social injustice, inequality. So I won't go too far into that. She's the content area, expert. I'll let her do that. I want to thank the kids that are here from everybody's classes, my Human Rights Club, Amanda, Calvin, Carl, all the great students and their participation. You make this possible. This is for you. This event is a special event, so thank you for coming and keep participating. Everyone that came in, there's sign-ins right outside. Some of them are designated with your faculty instructor. Some of them are for signing up for the Human Rights Club. If you have not signed up yet for the Human Rights Club, I ask all of you to consider it. We have a number of events and activities throughout the year. After this event, we're going to have a speaker coming in for Black History Month. We'll also be showing the film Hidden Figures and Love versus Virginia. So these are some of the events, and in the future we hope to create a model UN program. So these are some of our hopes. And without any further ado, let's talk about Professor Long Benton. She's from Wayne State University. She has taught at a number of different institutions, high school, colleges, graduate programs. She has earned an education specialist certificate in instructional technology. She also holds certificates in college and university teaching and online teaching. She holds a master's in speech communication. Her background in terms of her bachelor's is in education. She is a doctoral candidate at Wayne State University. She goes throughout the year presenting at national conferences like the Great Lakes program at CMU. That's where we were introduced to each other. Kelly, Martin, and others got the opportunity to benefit from her talk. Beyond that, she has received grants, and she has created materials for the National STEM program, the U.S. Department of Energy and National Training Program as well. She has taught at Central Michigan. She's taught at Oakland Community, University of Detroit Mercy, and a number of other fine institutions. Her background is specializing in diversity education. She has been a middle school principal in the past. She's done quite a bit of extensive work in curriculum development. She also has her own consulting program, Teaching for Lifelong Change, among others, and beyond that, she's very active in the Detroit metro area in terms of social justice programs. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Professor Long Benton. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yes. In the back, can you hear me? Okay, I'm so used to talking to 15, 20 students. So this is going to be a challenge because the activities that I have planned is for us to be able to be interactive and not just for you to hear me do a lot of talking, okay? So before we go any further, let me give you an intro. I'll give you 4 definitions today. One will be on prejudice, privilege, discrimination, and character. My talk today is going to be about, asking the question and even answering the question, does privilege influence our character? Does privilege influence our character? I'll share some personal experiences with you. I'll give you a couple of research theories so you know that this is founded in research. I'll give you one bigoted scenario, which we'll work through. I'll give you some ineffective and also effective responses when you encounter people that have those bigoted statements that they may make in your presence. We're going to go through a walk, and it's called the privilege walk. How many are familiar with that, privilege walk? So a lot of you are going to learn something today. Great, okay? We'll do a breakout session, so I'll give you another scenario, and we'll break out into small groups, and then we'll come back and tie it all together. Okay? And we'll conclude this talk with a bias quiz, where I'm going to partially expose some bias that I have. Because none of us are immune to this, okay? I don't want us to walk away ever thinking that someone is not biased. We all hold certain prejudices against each other. We may never verbalize them, but we do, okay? And I'll talk about those. So I'm going to be vulnerable today and share some information with you, okay? So as a minority, I, as well as some of you in the audience, you may have a story of how you have been a victim of prejudice. But I want you to be able to understand that all humans prejudge others. Again, all humans prejudge others. And I want us to start to become aware of those subconscious prejudice behaviors that we expose other people to, okay? So as students and as professors, we unknowingly take some of those prejudice mindsets into our classrooms, and unfortunately they impact our classroom experiences, okay? So I'm going to start out with an example.